Imagine showing up to a baby shower, balloons, cake, laughter, only to realize it's being held inside a morgue. Guests thought it was just a quirky idea until the dead decided to join the party. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, no way, that sounds like some TikTok prank, let me tell you, this story isn't made up. It's tied to a real location, the famously haunted Shanley Hotel in upstate New York. A place so creepy that even the bravest ghost hunters hesitate to spend a night there. And yes, it actually has an old morgue in its basement. Who in their right mind throws a baby shower in a morgue? Buckle up, because this story is about to take you deep into a party that went from lighthearted celebration to chilling nightmare. The Shanley Hotel doesn't look too terrifying from the outside. In fact, it almost feels cozy, like one of those charming, historic inns you'd stumble across on a road trip. But once you step inside, the air changes. Guests say there's this heavy feeling, like the walls themselves are holding secrets. Built in the 1890s, the Shanley quickly became a hotbed of tragedy. Fires, drownings, accidents, even whispers of mob connections. If it could go wrong, it probably did here. And then, in the basement, there's the morgue. Cold, tiled walls, the faint scent of mildew and age. You can almost hear the echoes of grief lingering in the air. So, why would anyone choose this place for a baby shower? According to the family, they thought it would be fun. They were into spooky vibes, horror movies, and they figured, hey, it'll be different, unforgettable. Different? Sure. Unforgettable? Oh yeah. But not in the way they imagined. At first, everything was fine. Guests laughed, the mom-to-be opened gifts, and someone even joked, hey, at least the baby monitor won't pick up interference down here, right? Everyone chuckled, but behind the smiles, people admitted later that something felt off. You know that prickly sensation on the back of your neck? Like eyes are on you. But when you look around, no one's there. Several guests felt it, quietly brushing it off, not wanting to ruin the party. Then came the first undeniable sign. As the group raised their glasses for a toast, one of the balloons suddenly popped. Not too strange on its own, but here's the thing. It didn't just burst. Guests swore it looked like invisible hands squeezed it until it exploded. The sound was so sharp, so out of place, that the room went silent. Everyone glanced around nervously, trying to laugh it off, but unease settled in. That was just the beginning. Minutes later, a cold draft swept through the morgue. Not like the air conditioning kicking on, but an icy, bone-deep chill. One guest later said it felt like walking straight into a freezer door opening in your face. And yet, there were no vents, no fans, no open doors. Just the thick silence of the underground morgue. The mom-to-be actually shivered and asked someone to close the door, even though it was already shut tight. Then came the whispers. At first, it sounded like muffled voices, maybe other guests chatting in the next room. But when they listened closely, the words didn't make sense. A low, drawn-out murmur, like someone speaking through water. Guests turned to each other. Did you hear that? Nervous laughter followed, but no one could deny it. They weren't imagining things. And then, the lights. Flicker, flicker, total blackout. The entire morgue went pitch black for what felt like an eternity, though in reality it was only a few seconds. When the lights blinked back on, one of the baby shower gifts had been moved, shifted from the table to the cold, tiled floor. A tiny onesie with little blue elephants lying in the dust. No one admitted to touching it. In fact, no one had even been near the table when the lights went out. Imagine being there. You came to celebrate new life, and suddenly you're surrounded by reminders of death. Would you laugh it off and keep sipping your punch, or would you bolt up the stairs without looking back? Some guests tried to make jokes to break the tension. Well, at least the spirits brought a gift. one guy said nervously. But the mom-to-be? She wasn't laughing. Her face had gone pale and she whispered to her sister, "Something doesn't want us here." And then came the final straw. As the cake was being cut, this beautiful frosted cake with pastel decorations, people swore they heard the faint cry of a baby. At first, everyone thought it was someone's phone notification. But when they checked, nothing. The sound came again, soft, fragile, heartbreaking. A baby's cry echoing through the morgue where no baby existed. That was it. The party ended. People scrambled up the stairs, leaving plates, gifts, and decorations behind. In the days that followed, guests reported nightmares. One woman said she kept dreaming of holding a child wrapped in a hospital blanket, only for its face to vanish when she looked down. Another swore she woke up to the sound of crying in her own house, even though she lived alone. The mom-to-be? She refused to talk about it, only saying she wished she had chosen a different place. So what was it? Just overactive imaginations, fueled by an eerie setting? Or did the Shanley Hotel's morgue host more than just a baby shower that day? Paranormal investigators point out that the Shanley has a long history of activity. Apparitions, cold spots, unexplained noises. The baby's cry has actually been reported there before by ghost hunters who believe the spirits of lost children still linger in the hotel. Skeptics, of course, say it's all coincidence. Balloons pop. Lights flicker. People scare themselves in creepy places. But here's the thing. Not everyone who was there believed in ghosts when they walked in. Yet every single guest left with a story they couldn't explain. And that's the real terror, isn't it? You don't have to believe in the supernatural to feel it. Sometimes it's enough to step into a room where joy and sorrow collide, where life and death share the same space. A baby shower in a morgue, what started as a joke, turned into a haunting memory none of them will ever forget. So let me ask you, if you were invited to a baby shower in a morgue, would you dare go? Or would you politely decline and send a gift card instead? Because as this story shows, sometimes the party guests aren't the only ones on the list.
Thanks for watching. Where your fear meets the unknown and your imagination comes to life.